I published 100 YouTube videos along with a whole lot of mistakes, so you can avoid the stress of slow growth. In my last video, I showed you my dashboard for this channel. The channel is called Copper Shock Horror. I had major days where I completely doubted that my channel solved anybody's problem, because the premise of that channel was to review horror films for fun. That doesn't really solve a strong enough problem for people. This is lesson number 1. Not all problems that you solve have to be real world problems. The one video that did really, really well for me, 30 seconds, changes everything about this film's ending. And it was a horror film that had 2 separate endings that were considered canon, and it caused major conflict for the fan base. And I did a study about what happened for that 30 seconds to even become a problem for one audience to the next. And I answered that question for people. That was the problem I solved in that video, and I didn't realize how strong of a question and a problem that had been because of the conflict in the fan base that I didn't understand was there until people started engaging in the comments. Lesson number 2, you cannot steer a parked car. If you are not publishing videos, regardless of what they look like even right now, y'all, this is my 3rd attempt at trying to film this exact subject because of a mishap from filming number 1, where I erased all the footage. Filming number 2, I was completely out of focus. This is my 3rd attempt where I said, screw it. I don't care that I don't have my makeup done. I don't care that I have my perfect lighting. As long as the information is valuable to you, it's important to me that I get it out. That's the kind of passion you need to have here. If I'm not publishing anything, then I'm not going to grow as a channel. I'm not going to be able to find new ways to understand what my audience does and does not respond to. And it's the same for you. I'm shooting all of this in batch on a Sunday. I got very tied up in Copper Shock on how I didn't have the right lights set up, or my office was messy. Do the scary thing, hit record. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm taking my own advice here, I promise. Lesson number 3, structure my scripts according to what the audience came for. I had a very nasty habit where I would begin to write down my essay of what I thought I liked about a film, what were the themes I saw, what were the things that I liked about it. Then it was really, really hard to come up with a title and a thumbnail. The very opening gates to entice someone and invite them in, I wasn't making any plans for it. Because the entire journey for someone who's coming to watch your videos is they are scrolling to see what sparks joy for them in order to click. And if you're not giving your thumbnail and your title enough consideration of why they should bother to listen to you, you're structuring your script wrong. Every time I make a script, it is completely with the title and the thumbnail in mind first. Once you're in the thumbnail, the first 3 to 6 seconds, you should echo the very title that you just had. That's the reason they clicked through. They need to understand they're in the right place. Finding the next perfect video to script write around and to film can feel like a lot, especially if you don't have an audience to even understand what it is that they like yet. But in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 tips I have when it comes to figuring out your next great new video ideas. The important thing about a hook is that you do tell the people exactly what the answer is. They stay for the what, how, and why. The other really hard part about a hook is you got to keep that as short as possible. Lesson number 4, where is your channel going? Copper Shock had an issue where all of my episodes were kind of bottle episodes. Every single episode that I did was a self-contained assessment of a horror film, a vaudeville act where they're watching you and then the relationship's done. That's not the relationship we have here. I want to see you succeed. I want you to comment below what kind of channel that you're looking forward to doing. What's your idea? What are things that you're excited about? Because that is the purpose of why I do these videos. Something that I do is called a content stack. In Copper Shock, I didn't actually guide anybody into the next video. Okay, thanks for visiting, bye. I was kind of pushing him out the door. That's what you do when you don't give them a next video to talk about with them. In fact, I talk about the structure of the exact things I get into when it comes to a content stack over here.